Shade armor! The only armor you'll ever need. Welcome back to Beyond Oasis. Previously we did some secrets, and we got some great stuff. Infinite atomic bows, infinite hyper bombs, and a deep sense of regret. Yeah, those are very hard secret areas, and there's one even harder. But we're gonna have to go help our family out. You've raised the white flag of we're getting kidnapped. And I'm so far away, I'm on the beach. And now I'm not. Man, they have like 8 billion mountain map squares, but only like 1 beach map square. That's not fair. That's not right. I like the beach. I don't like this mountain. I don't like this game's mountains. Its beaches are alright. They're full of secrets. But this is the forest you end up in if you went west from the castle village area. Yeah, you can end up here, but there's not much you can do because you kind of need shade and other spirits for this area. And also, these evil rats are having a party. Blow them up with bombs. Set them on fire, grab some meat. If you did the secret island, you're probably going to need it. That's right, all you turn into meat. This is the meat police. I'm not going to think about the fact that I set these rats on fire and all of a sudden they turn into meat. No, I am not, especially when the meat is already cooked for me. I'm just not going to think about it. Can they at least drop 1 meat so this is not a waste of a trip? Please? They don't even take fire damage when they're on fire already. Well, that's just great. I got absolutely nothing out of that escapade. Darn, and I kind of need food. I don't want to visit the merchant guy. He's too far away. I have some rescuing to do. Everyone's being kidnapped! They're playing the being kidnapped music alarm. That's exactly what it sounds like. We have a fanfare for getting kidnapped in our village. And also, the castle security system is in place. I'm gonna have to find a way through this. This'll do the trick. Nope. Not even a hit marker on that thing. I'm gonna have to find another way through. Fighting all these enemies is just a practice in futility. They don't do anything for you. They're just here. They say, "Ha, Ali, we're kidnapping your family. Ain't that great? Hey, come back here." Here's the villagers. I guess so. They kind of locked the castle. They left you guys to die. I'm sorry. It's an underground passage, but it's blocked by a grill. Well, get out the hamburgers. There's a shrine in a northeast forest. A monster's inside that eats up anything. Well, I don't need that right now. I'm looking for a way to save my family. Chompy, do you have any ideas? Throw a bomb at this? I'll try it. Nope, that doesn't work, Chompy. Do you have any other ideas? You're moving your mouth and not saying anything. Fine, I'll do this on my own. Heck with you, Chompy. I hate you now. I don't seem to know why. You just give me bad advice. Alright, we need a monster that eats up anything. Where are we gonna find one of those? Oh, right! The forest shrine. I'm so smart. Map, you are so smart. Where would I be without you? Probably lost and crying somewhere. Alright, Shade, you can take 5. I have double regeneration now. I'm both out in the sun and I have a ring. I should be filling up twice as fast, but not really. It's about the same speed. They kinda lied to me. What it doesn't lie about is the fact that bats are really enjoyable to kick. And it has plenty in this forest. Look at all these bats! Kick a bat! Come on out here. Be a good sport. I'll kick bat and kick rat. It's Kickbat 2.0. There's an extra layer involved. And also, kicking these snakes will render meat and grapes, so don't forget to pick those up as well. You need to fuel your shade armor somehow. And this area is heading towards the forest shrine, even though it's going a roundabout way of doing it. Zombies here. They drop food. They drop garlic, and they drop mini mushrooms. I got some garlic right there. This place looks like a secret right here. I can't seem to go anywhere. The game is punking me again. Like when I had to go and check the village out in the castle, just to find out that I need to go to the forest shrine next. I was already in the forest next to the shrine. I could have just gone there. I could have been psychic at least once in my life. But no, I'm kicking bugs and shooting zombies with fire arrows. Right here is a very important secret if you want the best item in the game. There's a pit here, and it leads you to the secret pit. It's a 100 level dungeon. You have to beat every enemy in the room, and it'll give you a pit to jump down to the next level. 100 rooms! I'm not doing this right now. I have a family to save. I'll do it after my family is nice and safe in their castle. And the alarm is turned off, because people are complaining in the village over, saying, "We're kind of tired of your music alarm. Can't you get a normal siren like other people?" And we'll say no, and then we'll declare war on them. That's what I like about my country. But we're gonna need shade for this next part. Also, there's a secret around here that we require shade for. And if you jump down that pit leading to the secret pit with shade, he'll save you instead. That means you're gonna have to unsummon shade before you go down there. I don't think you can summon back. There's a chest over there, but these trees are impenetrable. Gotta throw a bomb first. Blow up the chest, and have shade grab the gem. He can't reach over and crack the chest for you because the chest is a pixel off. I'm sorry about that, that's just the way the game is. We also need shade to get across this pit. I can't possibly jump across. No way, no how. Welcome to the Forest Shrine. They're running out of ideas for their shrines. I like the treasure cave. The treasure cave was at least fun and kind of gargoyle-free for the most part. I kind of hate gargoyles now because of the secret crags. You're like, ha ha ha, Prince Ali, we were kicking you off platforms that moved really slow. I bet you're angry at us now. Please don't murder us, though. Still too late for that. I murdered you. But this temple could be kind of annoying. We got rolling spikes and... Is that chest moving? Is Mono in there, the donkey? No, it's a mimic! Kill it dead! Kill it all the way dead! Avoid spikes while doing so. Not only do you get a key, you get a rank up. And the other way around, too. But that key is not for that door. Which means we're going to have to check out this room, because our key fits the lock. This area is filled with evil rats and one ogre. The ogre is what you have to kill in this room. The evil rats will keep spawning. So if you really want some meat, hey, you just beat up the evil rats. But they kind of get in your way and keep you from comboing the ogre to death. So it could get quite annoying, especially when they start grouping up. I want that key! No, you can't have keys. You're a rat. Also, there's a lot of unlit torches in this dungeon too, that require you to light them. I did summon Ifrit from them because I'm going to bake some rats. That's right. Ifrit, that's not a really good melt bomber you're doing right there. That's because this game actually has a weird sprite limit, and if you try to melt bomber with a lot of enemies on the screen, it kind of misfires. Yeah, it's just like the Genesis says, I can't do it. I can't do it and you won't make me. But, cooked meat. Alright, let's move on with our day. I got meat now. I got plenty of food items. This is the mini mushroom I was talking about. It's pretty much like a cheese for everything. And these guys still haven't learned that I will get hit by a sword by them. I guess their plan is working. Once in a while. Law of averages. You know, if they do it often enough, surely it'll work one of the times. I'll flip your bomb and destroy you. Alright, this crystal, we could summon shade from it. And also, we could kill it with bombs, of course. Hyper bombs are the best way to do it. The atomic bow is kind of iffy, because it'll hit the stairs instead. Make sure you light those torches, very important. And we got another gold key that does not match the door in this room. It's gonna be one of those things, ain't it? And also, these turrets will make your day heck. These are the homing turrets. They'll lock onto where you are first. But they drop grapes. I've just eaten grapes. Beware, turrets. No, I lied. I just got the placebo effect of eating grapes. I only picked them up. And they give you 30 bombs, but we don't need them. What we do need is a blue key. And activate that for some secret chests. You'll be happy when you did. No, there's no key in them, but at least you'll be happy about it. There's stuff in there. Opening this blue door doesn't lead to a secret for once. It leads to this puzzle. We're gonna light all of these fireplaces with an Omega Sword, Fire Bow, bombs, or Ifrit if you have them with you. But it's kinda too close for the bows and the bombs. I'll just use the Omega Sword because I like being fancy. Plus, the Omega Sword doesn't have a lot of uses left anyway. But more platforming! It's like someone said, hey, remember that platforming room in the volcano? Let's do that again in a different dungeon. Surely the players won't mind and think it's repetitious and rather nonsensical. That Ali is a brawler character that's forced to do platforming in a brawler world. But luckily I practiced my platforming from the Secret Crags. I can do that stuff now. And that'll summon these things. What is that? Kill it dead. Kill it with fire, but that won't work because it kinda came from fire. Plus bows won't hit these guys. And there's more of them. One got summoned from every fireplace in this area. We're gonna have to block them in a place where I can get them up against the wall. Here's good. Alright, you weird Cthulhu creatures, get over here. It suddenly turned into hentai. I can't imagine what those things will do if they touch Ali. Actually, I can, but it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Alright, come on. If all the monsters in H.P. Lovecraft novels moves as slow as you guys, then he would not be a famous artist of the occult. No, he'd kind of get laughed at of every reading circle. Killing all those weird things opens that door, but we're not done here yet. We have an unlit torch, some oranges, and a shade gem. Alright, take care of that thing. Make sure you light every torch. I think I forgot one in the Mimic room. I'll have to get that when I get back there. And yes, I'll be going back there. Believe it. There's a whole other part of this dungeon we haven't discovered yet. Now we need to head back to the main room again. Oh, no. Not yet. I'm a little ahead of myself. There's a gold door in this room that I have to open with this key. Now we gotta head back. There's more torches to light. And we have the green key for that room. So now I gotta head back there. Yeah, at least I don't have to do this platforming thing in its entirety to get back there. I can jump down right here. Also, Shade could take 5. I'm good. See that? He was so relieved he desummoned him twice. Now, this is the boring part. Backtracking. Yay, every adventure game likes backtracking. And the Mimic is gone forever. He dropped a heart, and then he died. Did he drop a heart? I think I'm getting my playthroughs mixed up. I was playing through this before. I think he dropped a heart then. Oh well. Just imagine him dropping a heart. Kind of like paste it in your mind. These rocks and spikes are just to get in your way. Not involving a puzzle at all. But up here, we're going to need Ditto. Where can we find a Ditto in this place? It's the forest shrine, not the water shrine. Oh boy, more of these things! I love these things! By that I mean no, I don't love these things. I don't even know what they are, but at least they turn into meat for my happiness. Alright guys, go back into that corner, think about what you've done. You've exploded, that's what you've done. There we go, we can summon Ditto from that. And we get the key out of here, too. Alright, it's a little hard to summon Ditto here because those water droplets are really hard to hit with your light ball. Yeah, it doesn't make a wet puddle on the ground for you to summon her from. And now we can use her to out this fire. As you can see, her heal has gotten pretty strong because we almost completed Ditto's set of gems. I'm pretty sure that I miss out on a few. I just don't know where they are. Alright, time to move on. The zombie room! Blow them up with bombs. There's a lot of zombies in this room. It's like the game knows that we have fire at our disposal at this point. Like that! Shoot them right in the head with fire. It works. I know, I've studied. Also, atomic bows work too. It's like a Oasian grenade launcher. Oasian napalm. Look at them all. It's a good thing they dropped food. I'd be a little frustrated otherwise. Just make sure they don't get too close so you don't blow yourself up with the hyper bomb attached to this thing. And zombie problem has been solved. And I lit that torch too. Killing 2 birds with 1 zombie. And then a bomb. And then fire. Alright, we don't have a blue key. We need to find one. What the heck was that? I heard an explosion. Alright, I blew open a wall. Why can't I just play a noise when I do something good? Like, do-do-do-do-do-do-do? No, that'll be a ripoff of Zelda. Unlike the rest of this game, which is a ripoff of Zelda. Alright, I have a torch over there, but also a secret wall I could blow open with a bomb. That's not a ripoff of a game, I tell you. Oh, it's one of these puzzles. We could use the Shade's doppelganger in this room, but the bomb trick works too. And that gives us Ifrit Power Gem. That brings us up to 10 and 10. Alright. Ifrit's Melt Bomber is getting so powerful, even though it's not really used for anything but making meat. Don't forget to light that. That'll leave you frustrated. Also, speaking of frustration, I kind of forgot that one in the spike room again. Darn! Wait, did I get it? Yeah, I got that one. Never mind. I'm behind myself now. This dungeon does things to me. Didn't I pick up one of those already? 2 keys. What the heck? How the heck am I going to get out of this dungeon with 2 keys? Maybe I'm stockpiling the keys so the dungeons aren't so hard. No, that doesn't work that way. The keys are custom made for each dungeon. I'm just imagining things. Maybe I only picked up 1 red key. And a shade gem. That's all this area is for. Yep, I lit this room. I'm right. I'm confused again. But that means we could head back to the room where we got the green key from. Because that door should be open if you lit all the torches. Let's go and take a look. If that platform didn't float away from me instead of at me. Why did it do that? That's a little mean. I had to wait an extra long time in this room. And I have to get over into this room. It's like they make you do that platforming puzzle twice just because they can. But that rock door leads us here now. Actually, I don't even know if these torches are needed for opening that particular door, but it is important for something else. And that's another red key. What's going on here? Oh no, locked in! Locked in with what though? How do I... Oh no. It's the second cousin of Baggett! Pack it! Well, I got bombs this time. I'm not afraid of him. He's the exact same rock monster that we fought in the treasure cave. The exact same one. The only thing that's different this time is I have shadow armor and an atomic bow. And I can murder him to death with them. The spikes will hurt him too. And I can actually stop him from charging by hitting him with a bomb. Right. Stand still and die. Thank you. It's a good thing Shadow protects me against this stuff like that. Okay, that was great. That was such a great boss that was totally not a repeat. Time to get out of here and find a spirit or something. Really? That's all they had? They had the crab, they had the dragon, they had a skull, and a rock guy, and then they ran out of ideas. Another rock guy! Why not? Oh, something tells me that this is not the end. We're gonna have to prepare a little bit. I think that was just a fake-out mini-boss. Alright, Ditto, get over here. I need you for something. Thank you. We don't need Ifrit for this next guy, but Shade will do nicely. I know this boss. This boss is weird. It's that guy. A Wizrobe hanging out on a crystal ball. Did he just say something? He is! He's saying... I think he's saying, oh yeah. I think he just said, oh yeah. Why? And also, what is that thing? This must be Koolaido, the Kool-Aid Wizrobe. He lightning bolts down the wall and jumps through and goes, oh yeah! And then his Cthulhu creature murders all the kids. Yeah, he didn't have a long run with Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, Ali just fell down a pit. And also I have to be careful where I fall down because Shade will send me to the exact point I was standing on when I fell off the pit. But this guy shouldn't be too hard as long as that Cthulhu creature stays away. See? Ah! Oh yeah, you fell to your death. That is my magic spell. It's called the Death Sword. Well, that's great. That was Koolaido, everyone. I hope you give him a round of applause. He had his Cthulhu creature. And words. At least I think they were words. That's what it sounded like to me. Alright, that was a wizard, so this guy should totally be wizard related, right? Or at least forest related. Hey! Chumpy's family's here! Who is this guy? It's Bao! No, he is not a dog creature. He's actually a plant, which Ollie's gonna stand in front of and block his vision. Alright! We got Bao. He's a rather simple creature. In fact, his name comes from the Japanese attempt to say bow, which means, you know, branch. It's a fancy word. He is the Christmas spirit. He's not very useful either. He can bite and he can explode and move underground. That's about the extent of his abilities. He's actually the most useless spirit. He's only good for eating things. Okay, that's great. I have a spirit that eats things. Surely this will not end poorly for me. We're gonna check out more of that pit and use Bo for something. I don't know what yet, but I just unsummoned him from off the screen. He does not follow you unless you tell him to. I'll be right back when I get to the pit. I know this video's been long enough already, but I just want to knock some of this pit out of the post, because I'm going to do most of this off-screen. We've all seen floor 1, but it randomly changes every time you try the pit. This time we got puddles. Now, so a few facts about the pit. We can't use items here. Elixirs will not work if you die. You can call spirits, like Ditto here, but only in emergencies. Try to do it only in emergencies. I'm going to try and do a few floors, just so you get a gist of what you might be in for when you enter the pit. We got armor guys. Actually, I could call Shade from these guys too. So we could get some Shade armor whenever the knights show up. Sadly, Shade cannot go with you room to room, though. Because he'll try to save you from the pit. It's like, no, you don't want to go down there. I'm telling you, I know I'm a Shade. He's like the worm in Labyrinth. You don't go down there. You never go down there. This is the mixed room. This is the least common room you might get, but it just has a menagerie of enemies coming at you. It becomes more and more common the deeper you'll get into the pit. It's probably the hardest room. There's one harder, though. And as you can see, none of the enemies will actually drop any items. This is the hardest room in the pit. It looks simple right now, but more and more raptors show up as you get deeper in. This is the triple ogre room. Not as bad. You can pin them into a corner and stun lock them. Which is what I'm going to try doing. See that? Ogres are so dumb. They're like Bo, but they're ogres. And it's just going to start repeating its rooms after a while. Puddle rooms are great to run into near the end of the pit. Why? You could call Ditto when you need her the most. And you're really hurting, and you need health. Because the raptors and the mixed rooms are getting to you. But see, we're almost done 10 floors already. But the rooms get more and more complex, and there's more and more enemies, and you could take up to an hour in this room. But at least the prize is worth it. You'll get an unlimited use sword. We'll see that as I get to the bottom of this thing. Look, the snake room. And later levels, these will be exploding snakes, and will do extra damage to you. And now it's time for one of the boss rooms. Of course, there's 10 of these. They're usually filled with stronger enemies, and they vary from floor to floor. I'm actually gonna have a good idea with this, maybe a montage of some sort. Just to show you the hell of Beyond Oasis' Hell Temple. But this one's kind of easy. Never ever stand in the center of the room though when you finish the 10th floor. You'll get a healing boost and an item. And a way out if you're gonna use it. But I'm not going to use it. I'm gonna finish this dungeon. I'll see you on the 99th floor. Good night, folks.